Hi, welcome back to Mystery Joke Gamers 100. I was thinking about stuff like drawing, and I was just gonna. Do you ever think like, do you think like doodling counts as drawing? Like, because to me,
What the fuck?
I feel like.
What kind of a question is that?
Well, I don't know. Doodling seems like
Again, this is just bringing us back to the "is purple a color" comment, and it's the same answer too. Drawing is
okay. There's different
is a spectrum of things you can do.
Yeah.
And doodling is a specific type of drawing.
Okay, but I guess what I was trying to get at is like, I don't consider it like drawing. In the same in the same regards as like rambling isn't necessarily a conversation,
but it's still talking. See,
It's-
talking
is the overall
the thing where talking is to drawing as rambling is to doodling.
I see it as doodling is to rambling as drawing is to a conversation, not necessarily talking. But if you put talking in there, I guess I could see that.
Isn't drawing just any type of art that you do with a pencil?
I don't know. I've always felt like it has to go somewhere.
I mean, I'm no fucking art scientist or anything, but
Is there an art version of it going somewhere, like a conversation then?
yeah,
Sure.
it's called Bob Ross. Have you ever seen him, dude? He doesn't plan anything. He's just like, today, I don't know what we're going to do, but let's find out together. And he just
Yeah.
starts going.
I guess this
And he just
line-
wiggles his paintbrush on the canvas, and you're like, there's a tree. It's a real good looking tree.
He squiggles a tree.
He
It's like
literally, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys out there have actually watched an episode of Bob Ross, but he like fucking literally magics the tree onto the canvas, and like mountains and shit. He paints
Yeah.
so fast with his technique that you're like, this isn't real. This is like edited. It's
Yeah.
not though. He just he takes the knife on the paint, like scrapes off a little bit of it onto the edge, and then just like pulls it down, and you're like, and there's the side of a mountain, and you're like, what the fuck? It's a perfect side of a mountain. Like all the shading and like lighting is already there, and he did one stroke.
He was a master of shapes.
We can that's public domain, right? We can put
I
like
don't
a quick.
know.
I'm gonna put a quick GIF of Bob Ross making magicking some stuff onto the canvas.
I mean, we're teaching about him,
Yeah.
so fuck off if
It's
you
a
think
reference.
copyright. Oh, pretties.
Oh, we're gonna do the thing again.
Pretty.
Remember last time we got to like the top of the tower and I got to the light and it was like, poosh,
Gonna
and I was
put
in
you
a different
somewhere?
place.
Yep.
It's gonna do it again, except this time I think we're going to a forest place.
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready for a fucking change of pace.
Speaking of change of pace, what were you gonna say a thing? Because you seem like you were excited.
Hey Dan, what do you think about anything?
Yeah. Well, no.
Do you got anything to say?
No.
'Cause I'm-
Come on.
I'm losing it.
That's not fair. You're painting me
I
out
know,
to be
I
like the villain of the episode.
Of
So
the conversation or the drawing?
I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be the hero over here. and
Am I
Is this
doing
you?
something right now?
You control. You're the camera.
Oh!
Camera.
Wow, that was weird.
Is this the beginning of the game? Or are you? Because he doesn't got a cape.
No, this is when I walked through the door. It showed me on
This is a
here
flashback.
again. Yep.
This is before you got on the
This
island.
is repressed memories.
Oh
Shit! I think we saw one of these ships like shipwrecked.
Yeah, this is how he got on the island.
Yeah.
Son, I need you to listen very carefully to me.
What?
In our dire time of need.
Okay.
Did you eat the sandwich that was in the back of the boat?
No.
All right, awesome. Can you pass it to me?
But Dad, it's storming.
Oh, shit, it's storming. We're going to have to throw the sandwich overboard. We've got too much weight on the boat.
We can still eat and die at the same time, right, Dad?
It's all right, son. I'll go overboard.
Oh no.
Oh, it'll save you somehow.
What were we talking about?
I was talking about how we're 10% as good as regular comedians.
Oh. Because you're like, oh, I have something to say.
but
And then
that's-
I was like, hey, Dan, drawing?
Oh no, this is a separate thing.
Okay.
This is just something I was saying off camera. I just
You seem like you
I
had
like
stuff.
that idea of like, dude, I'm 10% as good as someone who is famous and rich at what they're doing. So if I just had 10% of what they got, I would also be doing pretty good. You know what I mean? And 10% is not a lot. So that's all you got to do. You just got to be 10% as good as whoever it is that you admire and then grow from there.
Steven, do the math for me. Thanks.
All right,
buddy.
so
I'm just kidding. You gotta stop talking about Steven.
say someone makes $1 million
Mm-hmm.
in a year.
10% is 100.
10% would be 100,000.
Okay.
Good job, Nathan. That's a lot of money in 1 year. That's a shitload. That's way more money than most people make.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only 10% of
Think
what,
about
like,
all the skateboards I could buy. I could get rid of my car and
All
just
right.
have a big skateboard.
point taken. I won't math anymore on the show.
It's just interesting to think about $1 million. I just remember in 6th grade, there was a project of how much, like, to grasp the concept of $1 million. Like, what would you buy with $1 million?
To graph it?
It was just like try to spend
grasp
it.
it.
Yes.
I thought you said graph it. And I was like, what are you graphing?
No, the project was try to spend $1 million. It's harder than you think, or
Oh, yeah.
you know. And then of course you're like, I would buy like a guitar, but then like you grow up and you're like, well, half of it goes to taxes. So that takes care of like half of my project. And then I would have to buy a car and I have to pay taxes on that. And then I think that's all. There, I did it. My project's done. But I was just like, I'd buy a house, I'd buy like a pool, I'd buy like a skateboard, I'd buy like a bunch of instruments. And
I like a double pool.
Yeah.
Like
A pool inside of a pool, like a jail inside of a jail.
No, you've seen those, right, though? Where it's like a big pool, and then in the middle of the pool, it's like walled off a little bit. And there's like a small pool in there, but it's not. It's a hot tub. You got pranked.
I have never seen that. That sounds
Really? Oh,
amazing.
dude, they're amazing.
I tend
Fuck.
to.
It's always
public?
like, you know, no.
Or is it like rich fuck
yeah,
you,
it's like
rich
on fucking
people?
MTV Cribs or some shit like that.
Oh, it's not like
Where
you've
it's
been
like,
to some
check
guy-
out my fucking awesome backyard where I've got an outdoor pool. And you're like, damn, that's a nice pool. And it's got another pool in the middle. But then they like zoom in. He's like, yeah, this is where I chill when I'm just hanging out. It's my hot tub. And you're like, that's a hot tub?
Mm-hmm.
And this probably is every episode of MTV Cribs, if anyone has seen that show.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, how have you not at least seen one episode of that show or at least know what it is? It's still a show, right?
I didn't know if you saw it from a show because like your dad was a doctor, and you know doctors
we
make
just
like
had
a decent
regular
amount
pool.
of money.
Yeah, we weren't rich,
But,
but
like,
we
you're-
weren't poor. Dude,
No, I'm talking about like your dad probably had other doctor friends
I
that
think I'm getting trolled
didn't
right now.
have like a family to pay for, so they could probably afford cool stuff.
Okay.
But like, I didn't know if like you'd experienced it because I mean, I'm sure, yeah, I've seen all sorts of different cool pools.
I mean, I've experienced a pool and I've also experienced a hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that it would be that big of a leap of the imagination to know what it's like to have a hot tub in a pool.
Yeah.
They're not like like the water doesn't touch.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay? I feel like they're getting hung up on something.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a simple concept.
I'm picturing
the wall comes up in the middle of the pool and it like separates the two
Okay.
waters.
See,
But it's
I
like
was-
a square. Fuck, sorry. I hit the microphone. It's a square in the middle. What is going on?
I don't know.
I'm walking down hallways and I keep showing up in the same place. You have not been watching at all, have you?
I have a thing where I do watch. I actually
Hear me out.
Yeah.
I was watching, but
no. I'll admit I was looking.
I stopped paying attention.
I was looking, but I wasn't watching. I'm gonna explain that as
Whoa.
hearing but not listening.
Yeah,
It's like
that's true.
I was looking at it, but I was just.
I mean,
like,
that's kind of what I said.
Yeah.
Paying attention.
fair enough. No, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking about it in terms of walled off. I was thinking of it as there's like a island in the middle of the pool, and it's a hot tub.
Oh, and there was like an above ground hot tub on it?
Like
no.
surrounded by the pool.
No, they're the same height.
Like if you zoomed out from like Google Earth, it would look like some sort of Cheerio. That's what I was picturing. But now that you mentioned it, like there's hotels that have hot pools right next to swimming pools. And
that's the same.
that was interesting.
Let's call this episode Dan and Nate
Talk about pools.
talk about a hot tub in a pool.
Well, it brings me to another story about a crazy coincidence. I was going on an adventure to take.
Do we have the timer going?
I know what it is. Don't worry.
Okay.
I was going on an adventure of taking my second cousin-in-law or some shit kind of relationship, or I don't know, like I don't know what the family connection is, but we're going on a
but we were fucking, right?
we were
Definitely fucking a family member. And
anyway,
and this wasn't a dream, by the way. This was real. I'm sorry. Go on.
we were going across country for the first time because we live on the East Coast and I've never been to the West at all. The furthest I've gone was Ohio until this fateful day where we decided to take this
Wait,
family
is this
member.
a dream? I confused myself.
It's a real.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right, cool.
I decided to join them on the adventure of taking the family member to college in North Dakota, and we drove across the country.
Oh.
And one of the hotels we stopped in, I think it was Minnesota. We just stopped in a random hotel, and we slept. But they had a pool, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, a pool!" But there's also a hot tub, and I got into the hot tub, and some guy just got into the hot tub too, and I was just like, well, I don't know what the proper etiquette is, but I'm gonna be polite and start a conversation. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Like, where are you coming from? Like, your hotel. You obviously don't live here.
This is my nightmare, by the
So-
way. Just thought I'd put that
Really,
in.
just
Yeah,
talking to strangers.
Well, just being in somewhere where somewhere you
gotta find a
normally
bubble.
would want to, I know. Thank
No.
you.
Okay.
Somewhere where you normally would just really want to be alone, and some other guy's just like, don't give a fuck. I'm here now too. But
Yeah.
it's like close quarters, so you can't ignore them.
Well, then
you know what I
don't-
mean?
Yeah, just don't get in the hot tub though.
Right, but that sucks for me because now I
Yeah.
can't enjoy a hot tub. Anyway, it's just an anxiety
Cool.
thing.
Good to know I'm your worst favorite.
It just I hate
Your
that
worst
situation.
favorite.
Your worst favorite. That's not what I said, but
no,
go
no.
on.
No, the guy was just like, I'm coming from Vermont, and I was like, where you have that moment of like, oh, where from Vermont? Because I'm familiar with Vermont, and he said a particular area that I know somebody from, and it was actually Dan's girlfriend. I said, do you know her? And he described her, and he knew where she worked. And I was like, holy shit, this is fucking unreal. Because I am hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles away from my home. And it's just a random night, a random day. It could have been any day of the year that we went to this hotel. But this happened to be the same day that this guy also got into the hot tub. And he knew somebody that I knew. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, coincidences are weird, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you really wonder how the fuck it's even possible with odds that low. But scientists always ruin everything for us. And they're like,
Oh man.
well, what you
I was exhaling when you said that. I was like, so I just.
I don't know if you know where I'm going with this yet, but
I do, and that's why I was like, my air didn't know what to do. It was like my air wanted to join in on the joke. Like, my air got excited there. Cool. Yeah, no.
yeah, well, because there are what you don't consider is all of the times in your life where coincidences don't happen. All the things that could happen but don't. And
Yeah.
then it's no wonder that sometimes a coincidence happens. Like, okay,
That's why I don't like math.
Why don't you just ruin all the magic? If there was an opposite of magic, it would be science.
Isn't that an Adventure Time quote? It's just like,
Is it?
It's just like magic isn't real. It's just science you don't understand, or something like that.
Oh, that's a better quote.
It's so funny. Did I fuck it up and make it better?
I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't heard that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's somewhere along the lines of that. And I was like, dude, this show is like my fucking favorite. But
Yeah.
I mean, I consider that more mathematics because you're measuring it, but I guess it's also science too.
Oh God, this was a super hot thing.
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
not gonna get into that.
No,
again.
it's fine. It's fine. Just like that's a Futurama joke though. Like you change the outcome by measuring it.
Yeah,
But,
Schrodinger's cat.
Yep. Anyhow,
Hey, let's call this Schrodinger's episode.
Okay.
If you don't watch it, you don't know if it's funny. Could be funny or not.
Yeah.
You won't know till you watch it and measure the outcome.
So this place looks pretty interesting. How about we on the next episode we explore
shit.
it more and see what these guys are blocking you from, huh?
I think I'm going the right way. I haven't seen these dudes before, so that's good. Hey guys, I didn't get lost the whole episode again. On the next time.
Will he continue his one episode streak?